Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And it's second down.
Got it. Let's go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Off. Watch your back. Watch your back.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Step it, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyree Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Ready? Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Slam. Watch the eye.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down now, it's Freeman. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check it out,
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
A first down carry for Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ringo. I'm scared. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got the rookie, Darius Slayton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now Jackson on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Jackson, options out left. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end. 3 down. 3 down. Too little, Captain.
Throwing is Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and through. And it's now 14-0. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And now off to the races down the right side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tackles.
Brissett. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check, 59.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
I'm here all day.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. Past the 20. Open man downfield. He's got it. It's his running back. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyree Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 53's the mark, 53, check.
Brissett to throw on first. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
All day, we coming all day.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Brissett. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be a gain of 16. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
53, Mike, you got nothing to walk. You got nothing.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down.
Watch the screen. 36. What? SOS.
They'll run it. Freeman. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, Brissett. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mecole Hardman as time expires in the first half. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready? 53 is the mic. No gain on this defense, no gain. Check 52. Shoot! Go.
A first down throw for Brissett. That's caught left side by Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
To throw is Brissett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go. Here we go. I got it.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brissett now. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 22.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
We ain't giving up nothing Check three, check three. Get low, West.
They just get the play off. Now Brissett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Mike.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He's got his man. That's Hardman. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Brissett sets to throw it. Forced out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 21-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Nice, sweetheart. Kill. Mike's 50.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
From the 38, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, come on. Check. First down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
We're back now in KC as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to get it at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Pittsburgh. What we got? Go. Stay in off school. 58, boy. 58. Mike.
First down, Brissett. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
58 to Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Brissett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hodges. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Brissett on 4th down. He's going to air one out. And no, it's incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And intercepted. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Check the backer, check the backer.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Running left, it's Barkley. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On the set. Watch 57. Check pass. Check back.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 57 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Check 26, check 26.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Buddy up. 58. 58 to Mike. Bound to lose one. Check nine. Check nine. 61. Nice spot. Nice check. Check.
We're set on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Colts on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight. Show it up. Show it up. 80 weapon.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
59. Mike's 59. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Ready? Henry. Check, 59. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Let's go now. 55. Check 55 to Mike. Okay, double.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
53 to Mike. 53.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Down. Now the wolf. Check 53. Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Brissett to throw on 1st. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Then I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Every shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Getting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wheel. I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I couldn't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though.